Hello, everyone, and welcome back to IGN's review discussion for Halo 5 Guardians. I'm Dan Stapleton, and this is Ryan McCaffrey.
Howdy.
Miranda Sanchez.
Hello.
And our reviewer, Brian Albert.
Hey, everyone.
So there's going to be a mild spoiler warning here. We're not going to talk about specifics, but one thing we do want to talk about a subject that is going to be a little bit contentious on this panel, because I know you guys disagree on the quality of the campaign mission design. Brian, I know that you enjoyed it quite a bit. Mm-hmm. You said it wasn't the strongest of the Halo campaigns, but it's still good fun.
Yeah, and it's more a different kind of fun than the Halos I used to play.
Whereas, Ryan, I know you actively disliked this campaign.
Well, the campaign design, yeah, I mean, the story is another matter. We're not going to get into that here, but so for me, Halo campaigns have always set a ludicrously high bar when it comes to campaign design, and I think where Halo 5's campaign falls short for me in the mission design department is that there are a couple of things. Number one, there's no signature wow moment in the campaign that you walk away not to remember Halo 5 by. In Halo 1, there's landing on Halo for the first time in the second mission. There's the Warthog escape to end the game. In Halo 2, there's the tank battle across the bridge on Earth. In Halo 3, there's the Scarab fight. In Halo Reach, there's the amazing space battle. In Halo 4, there's like the Death Star trench run towards the end, or the jungle level, super memorable. But in Halo 5, there wasn't anything in the missions that I just can look back and go, that's what I'm going to remember Halo 5 by. Second to that, I absolutely I loved when I got to the, I won't spoil specifics, but when I got to the boss fight, there is a hardcore, like, classic boss fight in Halo 5, which is like, yes, this is cool in a Halo game, I like this. But then it's repeated, and then it's repeated again a third time, where it's just like they literally throw more of the same thing at you, and it was tiring for me. I didn't find that inspiring. I found that very disappointing. And then the actual, you knew you were getting to the end of the game because it's just, okay, you're going to run the gauntlet now, and we're going to throw everything at you. And so those things just sort of were exasperating to me and disappointing to me in the mission design.
Well, Miranda, do you have anything that you're going to remember Halo 5's campaign by?
I mean, spoilery things, yeah. I mean, there are some like fun moments, but it feels to an extent like they didn't commit enough to those moments. Like they're like, this could have been a really cool big thing, but it was just kind of fast. Like even on Legendary, it was done fast.
Like running down the thing.
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, this is cool. It's over.
Yeah,
Why were they
Miranda's like, oh, on Legendary, it was no big thing. I just
it's like,
it
was fine. Don't worry. You know. Yeah, I agree. Like, there's not that big moment, but overall, I still enjoyed playing through. Like, I had a ton of fun. Even on Legendary, even playing it 20 million times, like I have for the wiki. There's a lot of cool secrets and different paths. Like, I know with a lot of the other Halo games, the sandboxes were a lot more open, and like you got to choose your own way, even though there still was one specific path you were going to go down. Generally, a lot of the arena areas where you were fighting felt a little bit more open. These ones are a little bit more closed. And I'm okay with that. Especially with how they want to do co-op. It's like, hey, you're going to join in with your friends, and this person's going to go down this path, and you two can go down here, or you can go here, or you can all go here and surprise everyone. And I found that to be like really enjoyable. It's just like a nice new thing that I really liked playing through.
Brian, I know when you were playing it, you played all solo, right? You never got to play any co-op?
I did a couple of missions before the game came out at a preview event in co-op, but for my actual proper first run through the entire game, I played by myself, which I've always done. I always just prefer to play it by myself first before going into co-op.
Do you think you would have enjoyed it more if you had been in co-op?
There's a decent chance, because this game definitely feels designed for co-op. I mean, it's got a down but not out system, which Halo has never had before. But yeah, I mean, there's a good chance, but I just wanted to experience it for the story for myself solo, and that'll probably never change for me with Halo.
And that boss fight in particular, I hear is much easier in co-op. A little bit less
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Has to be 100%.
That might have bothered you less.
Maybe, yeah, because you can coordinate a little more, directly with actual human beings than you can by pressing up on the D-pad.
Do you guys think that it being designed it really seems like a co-op first design for the campaign. Do you think that hurts the single player experience?
It doesn't for me. So this is what I'm now used to from we're 2, 3, 4, 3 Halo games deep, and
Two originals.
Two
Master Chief
originals,
Collection,
yes.
yeah.
We recently did a list of like the 7 best campaign missions from Halo, and I think they were like 1 through 3 and Reach. And what I'm finding from 343's campaigns, and 5 included, is that I don't come away with 1 or 2 wow moments to talk about 5 years later. But there are also no low moments like all the other old Halo games have, and they're all super consistently solid all the way through. And like that, there's sort of a trademark. Like, yes, I'd love to be excited and come and say, wow, this one thing I did was awesome. But instead, what I'm getting from these games is like, these are super well made, and they accommodate 4 people, and the levels are super dense and full of things to do. And I had a good time all the way throughout. So that's what I like about these games. I do miss those great moments, but I'm liking what they're bringing to the table too.
What about you, Miranda? And do you think the co-op design angle hurt it or no?
So when you get to Legendary, it makes things a little bit more difficult because those other options, like the fun options, aren't really available because it is so challenging, and you can't rely on the AI to be as good as another person. So it doesn't make it bad. You just have to play differently. And you can't maybe experience all the fun paths as much as you would, unless you're just a godlike. I don't know.
Yeah, there was, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
There was, I think it was the 3rd mission. There was like just a room full of these Promethean enemies, and I'm killing them. And then I get done, and I start looking around for skulls or intel because I like that stuff. And I found this room with you can turn on these auto turrets. I found another room with like a Spartan laser in it. I was like, this would have been awesome. Not that the way I went wasn't fun or didn't have its own weapons, but I was just like, there's this thing that clearly is meant for 2 other people to go explore.
Yeah.
I just think the level design accommodates 4 players well, but doesn't leave 1 player feeling like they're not getting anything.
Right. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and thank you for watching our review discussion on Halo 5. We've got much more on Halo 5 on IGN.